Please reply.
Yes.
Ah. Then tell me the answer of the first question. It's a very simple question. I don't want to spend more time for this one. I'm talking about the first question. State for each of the. You need not write it. You just tell me. Okay. State for this is today. I'm just finishing the third chapter. Okay. Today I'm not starting new chapter, and Aaron, I will arrange a separate class for the extra problem discussion. Okay. I have noted your questions. I will definitely arrange a separate session for you. Okay, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Look here, 3.1. State for each of the physical quantities, is it scalar or vector? You please tell me one by one. Volume, is it scalar or vector? Please tell me. Saeed, actually, Saeed, is it? It's your new class, so I suggest you better join the next class. Today is the completion of the third chapter, Saeed. Okay. Today is actually.
Okay, sir.
I think you will find it very difficult to understand. Okay. This is completion of the third. Okay. Others, please tell me. Tell me fast. Which of them are vector? Which of them are scalar? Volume. Tell me, is the volume vector or scalar? Tell me. Tell me fast. Nobody is responding. Volume has magnitude only, right? Volume has magnitude only. I think it is better to select this question to PPT. Okay. 1 minute. I think it is better to select the question to PPT. 1 minute. Today is the completion of this chapter. Okay. Nobody is responding. State each of the following physical quantities, scalar or vector. Vector I have already introduced. We have to classify each of them. Scalar, vector. Volume. Volume has magnitude only. Do we say that volume in the volume in that direction, this direction? It does not have any meaning. Volume does not have any direction. Volume has only magnitude. Okay, understood. Mass. Mass is a scalar quantity. Mass does not have any direction. Do we say that mass in the north direction, east direction? No. Speed. Please tell me, you are not responding. What about speed? Is it vector or scalar? Speed.
Sir, it is scalar.
It is scalar. Speed, like 10 meter per second. When we talk about speed, we will not mention the direction. But when we talk about velocity, we will mention the direction. When we talk about speed, we will not mention the direction. Acceleration, tell me, is it scalar or vector?
Sir, it is vector.
It is vector, yes. Acceleration has a direction because of the reason, that is the reason, because F equal to ma. If the acceleration and force, both of them having same direction. Clear? F equal to ma. F has direction, A and F both having the same direction. Acceleration is a vector quantity. And density. Tell me, what about density? Is it vector or scalar? Density.
Scalar.
Density is scalar. Density is mass by volume. Mass by volume. It's a magnitude only, no direction. Number of moles. Tell me your response. Number of moles. Sony, Raj. Number of moles. Does it have any direction? 20 moles in north direction. Does not have any meaning. Only magnitude. Velocity. Raj. Okay. Okay, anyway, let me complete. Velocity is a vector quantity, magnitude and direction. Angular frequency I have already explained. For the time being, you will learn more about the direction of angular frequency in the another chapter, system of particle and rotational motion. But for the time being, let me give you a small idea. Actually, the direction of the angular frequency we define in another chapter system of particle and rotational motion. So for the time being, angular velocity, you please memorize. Velocity is angular frequency is a vector quantity. I will explain more about angular velocity later. Don't worry. Angular velocity or angular frequency, I will explain more about this term later. Okay. The direction we will introduce not in this chapter but in another chapter, system of particles and rotation motion. Okay, for the time being it is classified under vector for the time being. Displacement, angular frequency, okay, but in some textbook angular frequency and angular velocity both are same thing. I mean, okay, angular frequency means I will write here angular frequency. I have a doubt about angular frequency and angular velocity. Let me check it. For the time being, let me leave these two terms, angular, because in some books I have seen that angular frequency and angular velocity both are considered as the same thing. So let me check it. After that I will discuss that. For the time being, you just leave it. Displacement. Displacement, is it vector quantity or scalar quantity? Displacement.
Vector.
Displacement vector quantity. Angular velocity, it is vector. You will learn the more about angular velocity in that chapter, system of particles. Angular frequency, let me check it. Okay. Actually, in some books, angular velocity is same as angular frequency. That is why I have to confirm it. So all of you please write down. Except angular frequency, you please write everything. If you have written, raise your hand. If you have written, raise your hand. Raj, everyone is okay, clear. Completed. Devasri, have you understood? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in this, I mean, there are certain terms that you may not be familiar. Pick up the vector quantity, scalar quantity. Okay. Let me select the next problem. This is a very simple question. The reason is very simple. They're about vector and scalar. These questions are about vector and scalar. If you have a basic idea, you can answer it. State with the reasons whether the following algebraic operations with the scalar or vector physical quantities are meaningful. Adding any two scalar, is it meaningful? Yes or no? Adding any two scalar, is it always meaningful? Adding any two scalar, adding two scalar, let me write the detail, let me write everything in detail. Adding two scalars with the same dimension, I will explain, don't worry, is meaningful. But different dimensions is not meaningful. I will explain, don't worry. Dimensions you will learn in the chapter units and dimensions. Okay. So you know that the scalar quantity means speed, temperature, volume, etc. are the scalar quantity. Can I add two volumes? 20 centimeter cube plus 30 centimeter cube. Can I add two scalar quantities like this? 20 centimeter cube plus 30 centimeter cube. Is it meaningful? Please tell me. Is it meaningful? Not responding. Aaron, Deva, Rakshana, Aryan, Raj. Is it meaningful? Yes.
Yes.
The same dimension means same type. For the time being, thing like that. Same dimension means same type. It is meaningful. But these are the scalar quantity, correct? But 20 centimeter cube plus 30 kilogram. Is it meaningful? Both of them are scalar quantity. Volume is scalar, mass is scalar. Can I add them? Please tell me.
No, sir.
Can I write that 20 centimeter cube plus 30 kilogram equal to 50? No, I cannot write. It is meaningless. Understood? Is meaningless. Mass and volume we will never add. Both of them have different dimensions. I mean, there are different types. Understood? So all of you please write down. So I hope you have understood. If you have written understood, raise your hand. Completed. Rakshana, Aaron, everyone is okay. Then we can, let me discuss the next question. 1 minute. The next problem, some questions are very difficult to understand. First part is clear. Adding a scalar quantity to a vector of the same dimensions. Dimensions means I think Raj have not attended the class units and dimensions, and also Sony not attended, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I will arrange separate session for you, but remember for the time being, is it possible you please tell me adding a scalar to a vector of the same dimension? I will give you an example for that. Speed and velocity both having the same dimension. Dimension for the time being, you understand, unit. Okay, for the time being dimension, you think like that, unit. You know that the speed has the unit meter per second. Velocity has the unit meter per second. Is that correct? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Can we add speed and velocity? The B part saying that adding a scalar. Speed is a scalar quantity, you know that.
Yes, sir.
Velocity is not a scalar, it is a vector quantity. Can I add speed and velocity?
No, sir.
I will give you an example. I will prove that it is not valid. For example, speed 20 meter per second. It is what? Speed. I think all of you have attended previous classes. Velocity is a vector quantity. Then it is it has directions, right? Something like 10i plus 20j
Yes, sir.
plus 20k, like that. This kind of addition we have not studied. It is impossible to add. Velocity is a vector quantity. The direction should be specified. I cap means 10 unit, 10 speed. I mean the velocity 10 in the I direction, 20 in the j direction, like that. I have already introduced that. Okay. So a number and vector cannot be added. Two vector can be added. One vector in terms of ijk, another one in terms of ijk. It is we can add. The number and vector not possible. Okay, meaningless. We cannot add it. We cannot add it. We have not studied this kind of addition.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you have understood. All of you clear? Deva, Rakshana, Aryan, Aaron, Sony.
Yes.
Okay, please you remove your old raised hand. C I am discussing. C I am discussing. Multiplying any vector by any scalar. Multiplying any vector by any scalar. Is it possible? Multiplying any vector by any scalar. Is that possible? It is possible. Multiplying a vector by a scalar. I will give you one example. You studied plenty of formula. One of them is, say for example, I have plenty of formula. V equal to U plus AT, right? Take one formula. I can prove it. V equal to U plus AT. Have you studied this formula? Please respond. Here there is a term A into T. Can you see there is a term A into T? A is a vector quantity. Is that you agree with me? A is the acceleration, it is a vector quantity. But time is a scalar quantity. You agree with me? Time is a scalar quantity. But still the formula is valid. That meaning that says that vector into scalar is possible. Understood? Multiplying a vector by a scalar is possible because this formula is valid. AT is valid. Understood? So C, meaningful. I hope you have understood. With the help of an example, we can say that vector into scalar is possible. All of you clear? Please respond. Devasri understood. So, if you have written and understood, raise your hand. If you have written and understood, raise your hand. Raj, everyone is okay, clear. D. Multiplying any two scalar. It's a very simple thing. Multiplying any two scalar. It is possible, okay? Multiplying any two scalar is possible. Can you give me one example for that? Speed equal to distance. Take one example, you can understand, okay? Distance by time or path length by time. Understood? Take one example. I will show you. Path length or distance, correct? If I do the cross multiplication, I will get path length. Still valid, right? Speed into time. Everything is scalar, correct? Everything is scalar. Speed is scalar quantity. You agree with me? Speed is scalar. Time is scalar. Other one also scalar. This means that scalar into scalar, whatever may be the dimension, product is valid. They have different dimensions, but still the product is valid. Understood? The two scalar quantities can be multiplied. So meaningful. D, meaningful. All of you please write down. If you are okay, understood, raise your hand. Please remove your old raised hand, okay? If you have written, understood, raise your hand. Okay, I hope everyone understood. Then E, I am discussing E. Adding any two vector. I already discussed in the previous class. Adding two vector I have already discussed. It is very simple thing, right? Either by geometrical way, I mean algebraic way we can add them, or by geometrical method, by triangular law. I discussed that. Two vectors can be easily added. For example, 2i plus I, 3i. Or geometrically also we can add. I discussed in the previous class. 3j plus 5j, 8j. K plus 6k, 7k, like that. Addition of two vectors is valid. Understood? Meaningful. If you have written understood, raise your hand. If you have written understood, raise your hand. All of you clear? Raj, Aryan, everyone is okay?
Yes, sir.
Suraj, okay. So we can go to next problem. You have written adding E I discussed, right? E I discussed. F I am going to discuss. Adding a component of a vector to the same vector. Component is very easy to understand. I will tell you. For example, I have a vector 2i plus 3j plus 7k. I have a vector. The component means these are the scalar quantity. 2 is the component along I direction. Understood? 2 is a component. 2 is said to be a component of the vector along I direction. Similarly, the 3 alone, component along j direction. 7, component along k direction. The component of a vector is simply the coefficients of I, j, k. So the component is a scalar quantity. Component is a scalar quantity. So adding a component to a vector. For example, component of I 2. Can I add with the vector 2i plus 3j plus 7k? Component means it is a scalar. No, scalar and vector, they cannot be added. I have already explained. A scalar and a vector, they cannot be added. Meaningless. When we talk about component, it will be a scalar. So scalar plus vector is not meaningful. So not meaningful. Meaningless, okay? Meaningless. So all of you please write down. If you are okay and written, raise your hand. Aaron understood. Rakshana, Aryan, everyone understood. All of you have, okay. Let me discuss the important problems, and I suggest I will send some extra problems from my side. I will send you extra problems from this chapter. You can try it. If you have any doubt in the numericals, basically numericals, I will send it. If you don't understand any question, you can tell me in the class.
Sir, 3.6 only first part will be.
Yes. 3.5 you can read and try to understand. Actually I am discussing the selected problem only. 3.5, the first part I discussed, the second part I am going to discuss.
3.6.
Yes, right. I know that. 3.6, the first part yesterday I discussed. I don't want to repeat it. The second part I am going to discuss. This is maths, okay? This is actually belongs to pure maths, but in exercise it is given. So in physics exam they can ask this kind of question. It is basically maths, okay? Establish the following vector quantity geometrically or otherwise. First part I have already done. Modulus of a plus b greater than or equal to modulus of a minus modulus of b. It is a simple geometry. All of you please listen. Modulus of a plus b, right? We are familiar with the vector addition, right? I have already discussed the vector addition. A is the initial displacement. Initially I travel along A, and later I travel along B, What is my net displacement? It is the displacement joining the initial and final. Joining initial and final. This is my net displacement denoted by A plus B. I have already discussed that. Okay, so this is simple geometry. All of you please listen. Modulus of A plus B means, remember, length of a vector. It is said to be modulus of A plus B. Magnitude. The length, the vector will have a length, understood? The length of the vector is said to be modulus of A plus B. I have discussed in the previous class. What is mod A then? Mod A means the length of this vector. This is mod A. And what is mod B? The length of this vector, that is mod B. In maths, okay, I am telling you a theorem in maths, okay? In maths there is a theorem which says that, I will write in sentence, the difference of any two sides. It is actually a theorem in triangles. In the old syllabus, in I think in 8th standard or 9th standard, old syllabus, NCERT syllabus, it was there. But in the after COVID, I think a few theorems are deleted. But actually this theorem is there, okay, in maths. The difference of any two sides of a triangle. Or in a triangle, let me start with like that. In a triangle, the difference of any two sides is greater than third side. Actually it is a theorem. In any triangle, the difference of any two sides, difference means subtraction, right? Difference of any two sides will be, sorry, not greater than, less than. Difference should be very, very small. Think like that. Remember like that. Difference is very, very small, right? The difference of any two sides is less than the third side. The difference, let me take the difference of A and B. Let me take the difference of the sides A and B. Difference, this side is mod A and this side is mod B. So this is the difference of these two sides, correct? But I don't know which side is larger. I don't know mod A larger or mod B larger. Difference means negative, reject the negative sign. Let me put a modulus outside just for rejecting the negative sign, that's all. Rejecting the negative sign. For example, maybe this side may be 3 and this side may be 5. It is possible. So what is the difference? 3 minus 5, if I write 3 minus 5, I will get negative number. When we talk about negative difference, negative sign is not considered. When we talk about the difference of two sides, the negative sign is not required for that. Negative sign should be rejected. For rejection of negative sign, I have to put a modulus sign. I will repeat, don't worry. So the difference of two sides will be just a difference of the two sides, but the negative sign is not considered. For discarding the negative sign, understood? For discarding the negative sign, I am putting another modulus outside, and this outside modulus just for discarding the negative sign. That's all. So the difference of any two sides is what? Less than. Generalize less than or equal to. Okay. Generally less than. Okay. But formally let me write less than or equal to. Third side. What is that third side? Mod A plus B. Third side is mod A plus B. The difference of any two sides will be less than third side. Let me write in the reverse order. The meaning is same. Understood. Mod A plus B is larger. Understood. Let me write in the reverse order. Mod A plus B is larger. Correct? Correct. It is Actually it is not physics, it is maths. Okay, I proved the second statement. All of you please write down. If you don't understand, please ask me. Okay, if you don't understand, please ask me. If you have written and understood, raise your hand. Rakshana, Suraj, Aaron, Raj understood. Aryan understood. Devasri, have you understood? Are you there in the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please write down. Okay, completed. There are some mass related questions. There are a few mass related questions. Okay, anyway, let me discuss it. Actually, you will learn this vector is there in mass, but it is in 12th standard. This vector is there in 12th standard mass. But since these questions are there in exercise, it may ask in your exam. That's why I am discussing. We have to prove the third statement, modulus of a minus b less than or equal to mod a plus mod b. The difference of vector I have already discussed. But we are not familiar with the difference. We are actually familiar with the addition of vector, right? So in the left side, the left side containing a minus b, right? The left side containing mod a minus b, right? Since we are not that much familiar with the difference of two vector, let me make an assumption. That a minus b equal to another vector c. Just assumption. Just assume that. Difference is not familiar. Let me, for the time being, a minus b is available in the question. A minus b, vector a minus vector b is there in the question. Let me denote it by another letter c. Okay. Why I am denoting like this? Because for a next step, I will tell you, minus b taken to the other side. Is that okay? A equal to the minus b becomes plus b. Actually, the subtraction defined in this way. Normal way we are defining subtraction. If the negative term go to the other side, it becomes plus, like that. A equal to b plus c. So a equal to b plus c. Why I am writing this step? I want to draw a diagram. In order to draw a diagram, I want vector summation. The vector difference is not popular. Vector addition is popular. So that's why I denote by c. So by referring a equal to b plus c, I can draw a triangle. B plus c equal to a, correct? B means initially I got a displacement b. Later I got another displacement c. What is b plus c? B plus c is obtained by joining initial and final. This is b plus c. C is nothing but a minus b. Okay. What we have to prove? This I denote like this because I want to draw a diagram. That is the reason. What I have to prove? We have to prove that a minus b, I told you, I denoted by c. I told you already. Thus a minus b is denoted as c. I told you. So left side is nothing but mod c. I told you that a minus b is denoted as c. So I have to prove that mod c less than or equal to mod a plus mod b. Correct? This is what I want to prove. Mod c less than or equal to mod A plus mod B. 1 minute. Mod C. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. A equal to B plus C. Okay. Okay, no problem. No mistake. What is this vector? This vector is B plus C, correct? This vector is B plus C. B plus C is A, right? B plus C is A. So this vector, as per triangular law, B plus C is A. Let me write A. It's very simple. If you require, I will repeat it. It's very simple. I want to prove that mod C less than or equal to mod A plus mod B. This thing I discussed in the previous class. It says that sum of any two sides. There is a theorem in a triangle. I will write it again. In the previous class I discussed. In a triangle, sum of any two sides. Sum of any two sides is greater than or equal to. Sum will be larger, right? Sum of any two sides will be greater than or equal to third side. Sum of any two sides greater than or equal to third side. Mod A plus mod B are the sum of the two sides. You agree with me? Mod A plus mod B are the sum of the two sides. Mod A plus mod B are the sum of the two sides. Will be greater than or equal to third side. Will be greater than C. Let me write in the reverse order. C less than or equal to mod A plus mod B. What is C actually? What is C actually? A minus B. I will repeat, don't worry. Mod A minus B less than or equal to mod A plus mod B. So let us have a quick recap. Listen, all of you please listen. So C, I proved it. Let me discuss once again. Difference of two vectors is not familiar. For the time being, A minus B is denoted by the letter C. Those who have understood can try D. Okay, those who have 100% clear need not listen my explanation. You can try D. Okay, and send me the solution through WhatsApp. Others listen again. So what I have done is A minus B is denoted by C. There is no mistake if I use some symbol like that. A minus B is denoted by C. Assume minus B go to other side, A equal to B plus C. By referring A equal to B plus C, I can draw a triangle. By referring A equal to B plus C, I can draw a triangle. B is drawn first, C is drawn second. B drawn, C drawn. B, C. This one will be B plus C, correct? Third side will be B plus C. That is A. B plus C is actually A. So this third side will be B plus C. That is A. Right now I have a triangle. In a triangle, sum of any two sides. Sum of any two sides will be greater than or equal to third side. Let me take the two sides as A and B. This side has the length mod A. This side has the length mod B. Sum of these two sides will be mod A plus mod B. Sum of any two sides will be greater than third side, mod C. let me write in the reverse order. Mod C less than or equal to mod A plus mod B. What is this C? C is A minus B. So instead of C, I have written A minus B. So mod A minus B less than or equal to mod A plus mod B. Okay, I proved it. All of you please write down. If you are okay, written, raise your hand. Devasri understood. Suraj, Raj understood. Rakshana, Suraj, Aaron, everyone understood. Okay. Aaron, okay, everyone.
Yes, sir.
D is homework for you. After the class, by today or tomorrow, you can send it. Remember, homework is important. This is homework. Similar method. You can denote A minus B by C, but you can do it as homework. Okay. Don't forget. Let me discuss the next problem. 3.7, it is actually mass. The mass related questions are there. Let me discuss that. Mass related questions. I will explain everything. Actually, you will learn this entire thing in mathematics, but it is in 12th standard. If they use bold letters, they are vector quantities. Vector A plus vector B plus vector C. Understood? A plus B plus C plus D equal to 0. Which of the following statement are correct? A, B, C, D must each be a null vector. Null vector means zero vector. Zero vector, I will tell you. It's a very simple fact. Zero vector means, I will tell you. Zero vector or null vector means magnitude 0. That's all. Direction cannot be 0. Understood? Direction 0 is meaningless. If a vector has magnitude 0, it is said to be zero vector or null vector. For example, I am standing at A. I travel like this and finally reached A. I travel in some direction and finally I reach the same starting point. What is my net displacement vector? Displacement vector is a vector quantity, right? What is my net displacement vector? Having 0. Because starting point is A, final point is A, my net displacement is 0. Understood? Since displacement is vector quantity, I am putting arrow sign above 0. That's all. So 0 vector means it is a vector having magnitude 0. I hope you have understood. It is a vector quantity having magnitude 0 is said to be zero vector or null vector. Understood? Aaron, Devasri, Rakshana, Aryan, Suresh. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is a simple example. Okay. So let me delete it. Okay, you understood. Magnitude 0. Null vector. Zero vector or null vector. A plus B plus C plus D equal to 0. Is it necessary that each of them are null vector? No, it is not necessary that each of them are null vector. For example, I will draw a diagram, you can understand. Initially, I got a displacement A. Later, I got a displacement B. Later, I got another displacement C. Then finally, I got the displacement D. I am starting from A. Ultimately, I reached the same point. I took a round trip. Mathematically speaking, my net displacement is represented as A plus B plus C plus D. Mathematically. Each individual displacement vectors to be added, I get the net displacement vector. As per this diagram, my net displacement is 0. As per this diagram, starting point is A, final point is A. Mathematically, the net displacement is A plus B plus C plus D. As per this diagram, it is 0, null vector. Understood? So, is it necessary that each displacement vector is 0? No. Each displacement has certain magnitude, right? A has certain magnitude. B, C, D have certain magnitude. They are not 0. Their length are not necessarily 0. So A says that A, B, C, D must be null vector. No. First question answer is no. Okay. Need not be 0 vector. They can have certain magnitude. All of you please write down. If you have written understood, raise your hand. If you have written and understood, raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
Devasri understood. Rakshana understood. Aryan. Suraj understood. Aryan clear ayalo alle? Aryan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you draw the diagram like this, you can answer. Okay. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Now I am going to discuss second question. Now I am going to discuss the second question. B. The magnitude of A plus C equal to magnitude of B plus D. Is it correct? Let me draw the diagram again. A, B, A plus C. D, okay. The condition is satisfied. I have taken a round trip starting from A. Starting from A, I have taken a round trip. The given condition is satisfied. My total displacement is 0, correct? But can I say that magnitude of A plus C is equal to magnitude of B plus C? Magnitude of A plus C, 1 minute. It is not necessarily 1 minute. It is confusing. Okay. Actually, 1 minute. I will tell you. Actually, don't look at the diagram. Don't look at the diagram. I will tell you. It is just mathematics. But if you don't understand, you please tell me. I repeat. A plus B plus C plus D 0. That is given. It is given to us. Let me do one thing. B and D both taken to the other side. B and D both taken to the other side. That arrangement is possible in the case of vector. So in the left side there is A plus C. B plus D go to the other side. It becomes minus of B plus D. Can I write like this? Is that okay? B plus D go to other side becomes minus of B plus D. Have you understood till this step? Clear? Have you understood? Devasri, Rakshana, Aryan, Suraj,
Yes, sir.
Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the negative of a vector, what is the meaning of this? A plus C equal to minus of B plus D. I will tell you. Negative of a vector, I have given you an idea. Negative of a vector quantity I have already explained. If you don't remember, I will explain once again. Suppose I have a vector quantity A. What is the meaning of minus A? Minus A is another vector obtained by simply reversing the direction, but magnitude remains the same. So A and minus A, their length are same. A and minus A, both of them having the same magnitude, but the direction is opposite. Understood? So understood. So negative means just reversing the direction, that's all. Putting negative sign means reversing the direction. So as per this diagram, A plus C equal to minus of B plus D means that suppose A plus C goes in this direction, B plus D will be going in this direction. B plus D will have the same magnitude, just opposite to A plus C. Then only I can say that A plus C equal to minus of B plus D. Understood? If the diagram is like this, without any doubt I can say A plus C is equal to opposite of minus B plus D, minus of B plus D. A plus C and B plus D having the same magnitude, opposite in side. That is the meaning of negative. So this equation means that this diagram, A plus C and B plus D having the same magnitude but opposite in side. So they have same magnitude, right? A plus C and B plus D have same magnitude. All of you please write down. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay? If you are okay, raise your hand. Rakshana, Suresh, Aaron, Devasri, Aryan understood. Okay. C and D I will discuss later. For the time being, let me wind up the class. Okay. Is that okay? Next class I will
Yes.
cover it. I have another class now.